Hello everyone. In this video we are going to study clavicle under these headings: introduction, functions, peculiarities, side determination of bone, bony features, attachments, ossifications and applied aspect. Clavicle, which is also called collarbone, it is a Latin word which means key, as it is shaped like a key, so it is called clavicle. It is the one of the bones of shoulder girdle and it is having no homologous bone in pelvic girdle. Coming to functions of clavicle, it transmits the weight of the upper limb to the axial skeleton. It is placed horizontally, so it acts as a stroud. Along with the upper limb can swing clearly by the side of trunk. Peculiarities of this bone: it is the only long bone which is placed horizontally. This bone is having no medullary cavity. It is the first bone to start ossification and so last to complete the ossification. It is having two primary centers and one secondary center. It is having membranocartilaginous ossification. This bone is throughoutly subcutaneous and it is pierced. Sometimes it is pierced by one subcutaneous nerve, that is middle supraclavicular nerve. Now coming to side determination. For that we need to understand 3 points. 1. How to decide medial and lateral side. So medial end of the bone is quadrilateral. You can see it is quadrilateral, while its lateral end, which is flattened, you can say it is flattened. So by that we can determine medial end and lateral end. Second point, anterior and posterior aspect. So anterior aspect, on medial 2/3, see this bone is curved. According to the curvature we can divide it into two parts, medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. This medial 2/3 is having anterior convexity and lateral 1/3 is having anterior concavity. So by that we can decide anterior and posterior aspect. Third point, superior and inferior aspect. Superior aspect of the bone is almost smooth, while the inferior aspect, it is having a groove, that is called subclavian groove in the middle. Lateral to it, it is having one elevation and ridge, and medial to this groove it is again having a roughened portion. So inferior portion is roughened while superior portion is smooth. So by this 3 point we can determine its side. This is right sided clavicle. Okay, now coming to bony features and attachments, starting with the ends of clavicle. This medial end, which is quadrilateral, it is also called sternal end because it articulates with the sternum. It articulates with the clavicular notch of the manubrium sterni like this and forms sternoclavicular joint, which is saddle type of synovial joint. Its articular surface is extended downwards. Here you can see roughened articular fossa, articular facet through which it articulates with the first costal cartilage, which is part of this sternoclavicular joint only. So we can say this sternoclavicular joint is compound joint. This surface, articular surface, gives attachment to an articular disc on its postero-superior aspect, which separates this joint cavity into two parts and makes this joint complex joint. This medial end is surrounded by fibrous capsule. On its upper aspect there is attachment of a ligament, that is interclavicular ligament, which is extended between medial ends of two clavicles. Okay, now coming to the lateral end, which is also called acromial end, as it articulates with the acromion process of scapula. This is scapula, this is the acromial process. On its medial border it is having an articular facet, a plain facet to articulate with the reciprocal facet of the clavicle like this, and it forms acromioclavicular joint, which is plain variety of synovial joint. This end is also having attachment of fibrous capsule. Now coming to the shaft. Shaft is divided into two parts, medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. This lateral 1/3 is flattened supro-inferiorly, so it is having anterior border, posterior border, superior surface and inferior surface. Anterior border gets attachment of deltoid muscle. The anterior fibers of deltoid muscle are getting origin from the anterior border. Posterior border is having insertion of trapezius muscle. Superior surface is throughoutly subcutaneous, and this inferior surface at the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 is having a tubercle that is called conoid tubercle, as it is cone shaped, and lateral to it there is a ridge that is called trapezoid ridge. This conoid tubercle and trapezoid ridge gets attachment of a ligament that is coracoclavicular ligament. This ligament is extended from coracoid process to the clavicle like this. From the coracoid process to the clavicle, from the coracoid process to the clavicle like this. What is the importance of this ligament? That weight from the upper limb is transmitted from the scapula to the clavicle by this ligament, and then from clavicle to the medial from the medial side of the shaft of the clavicle to the sternum and the axial skeleton. So this is a very important ligament, coracoclavicular ligament, which is attached to the conoid part, of which is attached to the conoid tubercle, and trapezoid part is attached to this trapezoid ridge. So that is about the lateral and lateral part of the shaft. Now medial part of the shaft. It is cylindrical or prismoid in shape. So it is having four surfaces: anterior surface, superior surface, posterior surface and inferior surface, without any limiting borders. Anterior surface is having origin of clavicular part of pectoralis major muscle. Superior surface is having origin of clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid muscle. Posterior part, on the posterior surface there is attachment of an infrahyoid muscle, that is sternohyoid muscle. On inferior aspect, on inferior surface, medially there is an roughened area which gets attachment of a ligament, that is costoclavicular ligament, which is extended from inferior surface of clavicle to the first costal cartilage, and in the middle there is a groove that is called subclavian groove, on which there is attachment of subclavian muscle, and on the margins of this groove there is attachment of clavipectoral fascia. So basically this clavicle is having attachments of 6 muscles and 5 ligaments. The 6 muscles are pectoralis major, sternocleidomastoid, sternohyoid, subclavius, deltoid and trapezius. Ligaments are fibrous capsules of sternoclavicular joint and acromioclavicular joint, interclavicular ligament, costoclavicular ligament and coracoclavicular ligament. So this is all about bony features and attachments. Now coming to ossifications. Scapula, as I told you, it is the first bone to start ossification. There are 2 primary centers which appears at around 5 and 6 weeks of intrauterine life for the shaft, and on around 45th day of intrauterine life they fuse together and become a single center. Ossification of the shaft is completed at around 31 years of life. Secondary center, which is for the sternal end of the clavicle. It appears at around 18 years of life and fuses with the shaft at around 21 years of life. So it is the last bone to complete ossification. And also we can say sternal end is the growing end of the bone. Nutrient artery of this bone. Nutrient foramen is present normally lateral to the subclavian groove, and the nutrient artery is a branch of supraclavicular artery. Coming to applied aspect, fracture, which is very common in this bone, and it commonly occur during the falling on outstretched hand. The most common site of fracture is the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3, which is the most curved part of the bone and so most susceptible for the fracture. Second, that is cleidocranial dysostosis, that is a congenital deformity in which clavicle is underdeveloped or not developed at all. So this is all about the clavicle. Thank you.